Nah, fuck it.
All right.
I hate splitting up UI and Omen. That shit's cap. Fuck it.
Yeah, I just have it be the same one.
It's fucking hard cap. All right, so out of that list
All
there,
right. Super Saiyan #1. That's like the form. That's like the
okay.
form. Oh, everyone knows. Even if you're like in the fucking middle of nowhere and you've never seen anime, you might recognize who the fuck that is. You might recognize what the hell that
Okay.
is. You know.
Yeah.
So that's iconicity. It's also a huge emotional moment for Goku. It was back when death actually kind of meant something because like Krillin already gotten killed before that, so he really couldn't get revived right until they did the whole retcon with the Dragon Balls. But at that moment, the Krillin stats seem more permanent, right?
Yeah.
So like, and yeah, and like it was built up for so many chapters ever since he met Vegeta and shit. So Super Saiyan easily #1. I think Super Saiyan 4 it might be number 2 for me. I'd say mostly because I like. I guess this is mostly because of like the dub. But I do feel like a little bit of the sub shows it as well. But I did like Goku's tone change when he turned Super Saiyan 4, and you can feel like his anger more, like his more primal instincts more.
Super Saiyan 4 is a good form.
And I think that Masako's Nozawa's like voice when she does Super Saiyan 4, like this roaring and like firing Kamehamehas and shit, it's like really crazy. Like I feel like really like a different type of energy than the other forms, I feel.
It's very unique, yeah.
Yeah. Probably go with Super Saiyan 3 after that.
Okay.
Not only does it look probably the coolest one, it might not be the most practical form because of the whole energy drain, but it does basically like show like the fruits of his training. Yeah. And it was also really really crazy in the story because they're like, holy shit, like we can not only feel it from Earth, but we can feel it from literally the fucking Kaioshin realm. Like it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So like it was put like on a high power pedestal. It was seen as like the ultimate thing before fusion, and then Ultimate Gohan and all that shit. But it had a lot of aura. Even when like
literally.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. I'll probably put Blue.
Okay, damn.
After that. I guess it might not seem like as special as the other forms, but I do think that it did have like a decent runtime for like most of Super. It was like the pinnacle of what Goku combined like with his Saiyan roots and his godly like training. Like it was basically like the culmination of that, right?
Yep.
So, and then the cool thing is that he could stack with Kaioken too, so it helped him like advance even further than he would have.
Very efficacious.
Like, yeah. That shit.
Cool.
Yeah, it has more variability, I guess. After that, probably put Super Saiyan 2.
Okay.
I'd say mostly because of. Oh wait, except for Goku. Okay, yeah, never mind.
It's
I was about
Goku,
to say.
yeah.
I was about to bring up Gohan. Yeah, but no, never mind.
Let me put this. Let me like clarify this. So hold on. It'll be, Super Saiyan forms ranked for Goku only. Put that on there for you. Okay.
All right, so I probably put UI after Blue. I had a great build up. We did have some moments like with Whis talking about like how you have to move like instinctively and shit like that. Episode 110, 109, 130, 131, like those were just amazing fights. I wouldn't say on the level of Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza, but I definitely say it was pretty damn close, especially like all the popularity that it had. And it just looks really cool. And then God and Super Saiyan 2, I don't really care that much. I mean,
wait, you have
Super
Ultra
Saiyan...
Instinct above Super Saiyan 2? Sorry.
Yeah, because Super Saiyan 2 Goku didn't really like.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Showcase really what he could do.
Yeah.
And he had and he's probably like the form that he uses even less than Super Saiyan 3. So it didn't have that much runtime. God.
You're a Super Saiyan God hater, huh?
I want to say I'm a hater. I just like it just feels like I like how the form looks and I like how it was built up, but then it wasn't fucking used. They just skipped over it. Like it was literally straight to Blue. Like If we would have seen more arcs with like God being used, I would have probably liked it more. But I say mostly like its falling point is that it has even less runtime than Super Saiyan 2 probably.
Yeah. Okay. So runtime. All right, Crisis, you're up. What's the official Crisis Comics Super Saiyan ranking?
I think you really do have to put one at the top.
Yep.
Just like Chuck said, most iconic. He still uses it pretty frequently. I feel like I feel like I'll just say this is just favorites. Because Blue really is it just is the new Super Saiyan, just literally and just functionally. Like
Yes.
it's clearly the mascot form.
Dragon Ball Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Yeah, he uses it the most throughout Super, post like or during the revival of F arc and on. Stacks it with Kaioken, which is really cool, gives it like another layer of versatility. It does have a lot of cool moments in the anime, like when he uses the Kaioken against Merge Zamasu is cool. And it kind of just has that like
You're putting Super Saiyan Blue 2?
What's that?
You're putting Super Saiyan Blue as 2 then, or?
I feel like in terms of importance, maybe.
Okay.
Because again, it just is as relevant as Super Saiyan.
Right. It's the Super Saiyan of Super. I mean, you could probably say the same for like GT, I guess. Like Super Saiyan 4 is like the Super Saiyan of GT.
Yeah, 4. I'm trying to think if I prefer 4. I think 4 has better foreshadowing than Blue.
Sure.
It's just really like the filler kind of hard carries, like or the anime imagery with the Golden Nuzaro flashback in the Namek saga, and then touching into his primal roots. I feel like it 4 might go a little bit above Blue, to be honest, at least in terms of like foreshadowing and obviously they're different narratives. Like GT and Super are just completely kind of apples to oranges, but
yeah.
And maybe pound for pound, you could say 4 is better. Like just looking at that timeline.
Yeah.
And then I honestly think I don't know. I really like Super Saiyan 3.
Okay.
I was saying off air, like after we wrapped up the last stream.
Yeah, bro. Like spit on your
chilling.
Super Saiyan 3 shit, bro. That was unique. I like that. So let's hear
so
it.
Like the 3 always just seemed like a really godly form to me, and I think its relevance in the narrative, like part of Goku's narrative and why it's important, is because he had to die to get it. So it's kind of like his sacrifice in the Cell Saga earned him that next level of power. Obviously, you can say like literally within the story, it's because he was in Otherworld and his body had the opportunity to adapt to that power. But narratively speaking, it's earned through sacrifice. He had to make that choice to break through the like SSJ2 barrier. And I also think ever since this like the Android arc where they're like there's something else beyond, there's been room for more Super Saiyan transformations after that. Like that piece of foreshadowing has kind of always been hanging there. And I think 3, especially in the original manga, is the fulfillment of that. Like there is something beyond,
in the original
3,
manga, it sort of is the ultimate form, I suppose.
Right, exactly. Like that's the ultimate extension of what Vegeta and Goku discovered in the Android arc.
Yeah.
And then like I said, it's earned through sacrifice, which I think is really interesting. And then
might have been fitting of Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3 after he blew up, maybe.
Yeah, that actually would have worked to keep that consistent. Gotenks obviously kind of dilutes it, but for Goku, I feel like it's strictly. And also, I don't know, Gotenks kind of makes it more interesting as well because he can only do it through fusion, so it's like constantly being hit on that this is an unnatural like super form. That it's kind of like the lore that they established for like God Key later, where it's like no matter how much normal training you do, you can never achieve that power. Like only through like unnatural means, like if you have a dead body or a fused body, could you achieve SSJ3, especially in the original manga.
And it had, I feel like Super Saiyan 3 is a bit better without Dragon Ball Super existing as well, because it sort of is like that ultimate state, right? Like it. So you know, the limitations, the ascension narrative, like that's pretty cool. I do like that idea.
Yeah, and it definitely had like a lot more like I guess like it left more of an impression, like especially pre-Super, like especially when you saw all that fan art with Goku versus Superman or Goku versus Hulk or whatever the fuck, like he'd always be in Super Saiyan 3 or some shit like that. Usually Super Saiyan 3,
I think
like that was that peak of Goku.
It was like peak iconography, it had like peak influence, but
yeah.
It also it does have that stigma of for decades after, like once Z ended, people liked 4, but there was still kind of the notion of like, let's just move GT to the side. Like nobody in all the fan arts, like 3 was still the peak. Like Raging Blast, once they got rid of GT shit, you're like, okay, this is the strongest form of Goku.
Right, they're making like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Vegeta, shit like
right,
that.
Yeah, exactly. So it still had like a decade probably more or less of like this is peak Goku. And so I think that's really
inspired
cool.
The Super Saiyan 100 art and shit.
Yeah, more cool. Hair, like that. The notion of just adding that. God, I agree. I think like God suffers per it just being a movie. So there's a lot less.
You're putting Super Saiyan God at 5, or you're just saying it's not 5?
I think 3 probably is better than God.
So is God next on the list for you? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. This is obviously off the top of my head.
Of course,
I could probably think about it more.
Of course. No one's out here trying to headhunt you over your fucking off the dome opinion, right? You're good.
But yeah, I think the problem with God is the concept is introduced and paid off in a movie compared to most of the other, where even Blue, because it just becomes the primary form, it just has more importance going forward. I like God whenever it shows up after the Battle of Gods, like arc. Like I like when it showed up in the TOP. I like how the notion of like switching in and out of it, I think predominantly in the manga. He does it in the anime also against like Dispo, right? So I like that notion, but it's really just an extension of the same Buu Saga narrative of it needs to be teamwork that Goku can achieve these higher levels of power, or more effectively fight the villain. And I like the dynamic of Goku feeling that that's unearned. And I think maybe it serves UI. That's probably its strongest strength, is the notion of that's when Goku first gets in his head, like, I would like to earn my power all my own. And then that kind of leads organically into him, the Universe 6 tournament notion of him like distrusting the gods. Like, there's the moment at the end with like him and Hit being like, we will surpass you one day. Like Goku gets a taste of like, okay, this is God Key. And then he's like, I want this all for myself, actually. So I feel like God is good in that sense of introducing that. But it in and of itself, I don't think has as much merit going forward as Blue. And it also just doesn't have the opportunity again for Kaioken. I think if they integrated those two forms together, like if Goku had the healing factor consistently and then could stack Kaioken,
it would have had
crazy
utility, right? It would have had it. Use, for sure.
Yeah, I think he could have had another arc of God.
Bro, in the anime, they almost made it completely useless. Like it was just like it had better stamina management or something, but like Blue was just like a really good form, like in general, like in the anime. It was weird.
Yeah, and UI, I'd have to think. I mean, Super Saiyan 2 is like useless. Super Saiyan 2 is probably at the bottom for Goku. He uses it against Majin Vegeta, and there is that like he's just wasting time. Basically, could have gone 3 in one shot. That observation is there. Like two in the most relevant time he's used it in the manga is like it is just a waste of time. And then going forward, there's a cool like filler fight with Kid Buu where he uses SSJ2 for a bit. That's raw.
Yeah, he does like the meteor. I think it's what is it called? It's like meteor combination, or no, it's not meteor combination. It's like meteor burst.
I think the meteor combination.
It's meteor burst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got that going for it. And then he fights like Goku Black with it. It's like, okay. It just seems like, again, it's a form Goku uses to save on the animation budget for 3. because they don't want to draw like all the hair and have to move it around.
Yeah.
So like when Goku Black shows up, the point is like, okay, in his base he can fight like a Super Saiyan form. You know, he's not quite like Blue or God yet, because he has to unlock that form later through Rose. But yeah, that's all that 2 seems like going forward. Like when he uses it in the TOP as well, it's like, okay, we're just saving money here, basically. Like we don't want to animate SSJ3. And then UI, I think UI is interesting. I'm not saying it's like the worst one. Obviously, I think 2 is probably the worst for Goku. UI, I think, is Super's form. Obviously, like I think the most foreshadowing in that series. In terms of that, it probably is more in terms of foreshadowing. It is the SSJ1 of Super, because you could argue very early on when he fights Beerus, he has that moment of reacting automatically, and Beerus is like, "Are you a fighting genius?" So you could say that that's like the very first, and then even further back with the notions of martial arts, they tie it in with like what Roshi taught him, especially in the manga. So UI has really, really good foreshadowing, and then its utility is kind of hindered because, at least in the anime for sure, Goku just ends the series not having really mastered it or knowing how to take advantage of it. And then you could also say it's the culmination of him like making the power his own, because as opposed to Super Saiyan God, where he needed his friends to give him the God Key power up, he has it all his own, and all the gods are like astonished by it. So it's kind of the fulfillment of that like initial notion that was implanted in Goku's mind at the start of Super. And then in the manga, like going forward after that, I haven't thought so much about the manga. I've only read through all that stuff twice, so I'd have to think more, or once rather. I'd have to read it twice to think more about like how well is it used in the Moro and Granola arcs. I don't know. I'd still probably say Blue is better, but UI's probably close by now because of the manga, because he has more like times to showcase it. It's also kind of weird because, as I recall, in the Moro arc, there's kind of 2 narratives that clash, where UI in theory should be Goku's power all alone, right? Like the notion that he's achieved these godly levels through his own willpower, his own motivation, or the skills he's accrued over his life. But then he also ends up getting Genki from everybody, which is kind of a retread of like the Buu Saga narrative. So it's kind of like a clashing, I guess, of those two notions. So I don't know, maybe that hinders UI a little bit, but I think you can. I think that those are my thoughts as of now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for the guy talking about the form, we're clearly talking about the form. When we say Ultra Instinct, that's why it says forms. So if you're like, only that version of Ultra Instinct is a form, then clearly we're fucking talking about that version of Ultra Instinct. Like, come on, man. He's like, no, I gotta get Seth. I can snipe him. I can snipe him here. I got him.
Is that the technique and not a form?
Oh,
I can snipe this guy. I got him. He fucked up. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I can debunkle him right now.
I mean, for me, Super Saiyan is number 1. Clearly, you can write the whole story with Super Saiyan. You could take every other form out of the series and just use Super Saiyan. There's a guy in my chat that was like, well, you could have just had Super Saiyan 2, took Super Saiyan. You could say the same thing for Super Saiyan 2. You can take that shit out, too. You could take all the forms out. You can just have him be Super Saiyan. And the story could still work. You would just have, like, Super Saiyan 2 would just be Super Saiyan, but it's like Gohan's hidden power, and he's just, like, going full power. That's it.
Rage amp, rage boost.
It doesn't have to be Super Saiyan 2. It could just be Super Saiyan 1, but in rage. And then in the Buu arc, Goku could just be like, well, I'm holding back. That's it. Super Saiyan's just really powerful, and that's it. In Super Saiyan God, bro, he literally is just Super Saiyan at the end of that movie versus Beerus. Like, I can't even make that shit up. You just say he just has God Key from all his friends. He's just a Super Saiyan.
That would have been so much cooler if it was 3. By the way,
Super Saiyan Blue could just be literally, I'm not joking, Super Saiyan with God Key. Super Saiyan Blue. Okay. And then Ultra Instinct. It's just Super Saiyan, but he has the Ultra Instinct moves. That's it. You could
Better
literally
martial arts.
You could literally just have Super Saiyan be every form in the series. So it's just a non-argument, okay? Super Saiyan is the form, all right? It's the most important thing. You could take out every other form in the series. Super Saiyan is the only one you fucking need. But that's not how Dragon Ball works. That's not the Dragon Ball we love, okay? Speaking of which, for me, Ultra Instinct is number 2. I don't give a fuck. I think Ultra Instinct is probably the most foreshadowed form in the entire series. I think it is the most visually meaningful form. I think it's the most unique form. I think that overall, everything about it, the white hair symbolizing all of his journey coming together, the stoicism, the unique fighting style, the implications, all of it is probably peak Dragon Ball for me. Super Saiyan 4 didn't do it. Not even Super Saiyan did it. Not even Super Saiyan did it. Because when Nappa foreshadows Super Saiyan, bro, he's talking about fucking, like, humans and shit and making Super Saiyans, like, a race. Like, it's, like, weird. It's, like, some weird, like, It's low-key some weird eugenics talk, in a way. It's not even talking about yellow-haired Super Saiyan, right? So, Super Saiyan is not nearly as foreshadowed as Ultra Instinct at all. Not nearly as built up. Not nearly as unique or not nearly as categorized. The form, the way it looks, is not nearly as important as well. Ultra Instinct is literally the best form other than Super Saiyan. And I almost want to say Super Saiyan is just there because it's not just for Goku. Right? Super Saiyan is for, like, the whole cast. Reaching a certain level, Ultra Instinct is just for Goku. But for Goku, Ultra Instinct is that form. Right? That is the most important thing since Super Saiyan. Undoubtedly so. Most creative thing since Super Saiyan. Undoubtedly so. It is just, it's undeniable. Ultra Instinct is fucking him. And it's also just cooler than the other forms. Like, the way he fights is unique. Well, all these other forms, when they fight, you don't see them skidding across fucking, like, fucking candy cane blasts, weaving people, like, in memes and shit, like they're in World Star. Like, he's insane. When he does the Super Saiyan Goku 1 billion Gogeta backflip, you never see that crazy shit from any other form. Ever. Like, that is purely Ultra Instinct Riz. Only Ultra Instinct has fucking moves like that and that type of aura. He shakes infinity. He adapts. Everything about it is just cool as fuck. Whenever Ultra Instinct appears, you know shit's about to go down. You know he's about to go in. It's just a peak form. There's nothing I would change about it at all. Ever. Like, there's nothing at all I would change. Nothing. It's peak. It's a peak form. I don't give a fuck. That shit's raw. That shit is raw. That shit is peak Dragon Ball. That shit revived Dragon Ball. That shit had Mexico putting them on big screens, bro. That shit was insane.
Dude,
like, that shit's crazy, dude.
Toei was like, yo, you guys should, like, not stream our shit. They didn't give a fuck.
Bro, Ultra Instinct is the fucking form. Also, even the name, Ultra Instinct, you know why they made it Ultra? Because they're like, we're done with the super part. This is next level. We're going from super to Ultra. I want to, like, that's why it's Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct. This is the level beyond super. This is the Ultra stages, right? I'm surprised they didn't call it Ultra Beast, but,
that's like a Pokemon thing.
Yeah. It is kind of Pokemon, but the Ultra state is the next level beyond the super stages, right? That's the idea. This is Super Saiyan 5, basically, right? It's insane. I love this. I love this fucking shit, dude. It's sick. All right. Other than that, though, Super Saiyan 4, probably. I think Super Saiyan 4 is sick. Super Saiyan 4 is the revival form. It is the revival form. It kind of brings the whole, like, original Super Saiyan trope, but it kind of takes it even further. Super Saiyan 4, I talk about this in my GT video. Super Saiyan 4 is, like, it represents a concept of freedom. So, like, for Goku going Super Saiyan 4, it's him embodying his freedom and, like, his love for others. So it's like a form of freedom and love, whereas the Uzaru, the golden Uzaru, is like a tyrannical form, giving into your nature and stuff like that. And that clash between Baby, who wanted to take the freedom of others, versus Super Saiyan 4 wanting to free everyone, was a very good
it was very good symbolism. And then that Super Saiyan 4 also goes deeper. It goes into freeing people from hell, from freeing people from the negativity of the Dragon Balls and the universe, uniting the universe. Everything about Super Saiyan 4 was just super sick. The form has unique powers. Whenever Super Saiyan 4 appeared on screen, the motherfucker went in. It always felt competent, right? Like, even when Omega Shenron is, like, way fucking stronger than him, he's still, like...
He still punches.
He's still putting up a fight. You know what I mean? Like, against Super 17, it looked fucking stupid, but that's just because that fight's fucking stupid in general, bro. Like, why did he use Kamehameha 5 times after knowing it didn't work the first time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's absorbing my energy. Let me try again. Yeah. Like, it's like, bro.
Why is he hitting me while I'm healing?
He's also got...
It was cringe. That was not a Super Saiyan 4 problem. That was just fucking GT. But
he's also got the Dragon Fist and the, like, red
Dragon,
Kamehameha,
dude, yeah,
cool.
Red Kamehameha, the Dragon Fist, exactly. Like, the Dragon Fist is sick. Like, they tried to do that with Super Saiyan God, but let's be real, bro. It was not the same. That shit was not the same. That shit was whack. All right. But,
Dude, hold on. Speaking of, do you remember how sick it was in Budokai 3 where, like, you could absorb the Spirit Bomb and do, like, a fucking Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Fist?
Yes, dude. That shit was raw. Yo, speaking of, all right, seeing the numbers on the screen, like the 2, the 3, 4, I'm getting nostalgia just seeing the numbers written out like that. Like, I don't know what it is about the numbered forms that give me nostalgia. Maybe it's because of the old games, but, like, you know, you transform to, like, Super Saiyan 3. It's like, this shit has energy, bro. It's just cool. Like, I don't know. It's like,
dude, in the pose that he does and like, the quote he says.
Yes,
like Super Saiyan 3 is, like, hard as shit. The Super Saiyan 4 is like, I'm stronger this time.
I'm stronger this
like
time. Yeah. And then he's like, he does like, the fucking edge pose. Yeah, no, that was sick, bro. That was sick. Yeah, for real. Okay, what do I have after Super Saiyan 4? Let me look at the list real quick. Hold on. Bro, I'm gonna get hate for this shit, but I think I agree with y'all. I think Super Saiyan 3 is low-key the next one, man. Like, I think it's low-key,
I think it's fire.
I think it's low-key, like, in the middle. It's sick, bro. Like, so... It's definitely, yeah, I definitely think it's like, I don't like Super Saiyan God more than Super Saiyan 3, bro. Or Super Saiyan Blue. No, I'm cool with Ultra Instinct just being the divine technique, to be honest. Like, I don't... Super Saiyan 3 was the ultimate form of the original series. All right. The visual storytelling behind it, for me, was... This is Goku. So the whole point of the Buu arc was Goku can be the strongest, but being the strongest for Goku puts strain on him, right? So, like, when Goku... This is a concept originally shown in the Saiyan saga. So for Goku to be the strongest, he has to destroy his body in the process. Right? So, like, Kaioken would rip him apart. Super Saiyan 3 is kind of the extension of that concept, where for Goku to be the strongest, it's hard for him to maintain that. That's sort of the idea at the time. And him having to sacrifice himself and then go to the afterlife to obtain this ascension that Vegeta couldn't because he didn't sacrifice himself or ascend was sort of interesting. The whole point of Gotenks doing is that Gotenks becoming the strongest was a game to him, right? Being the strongest was just a game to Gotenks. And so Goku is struggling with, you know, going on and moving on to the next generation and choosing a successor. And then the others just don't take it seriously, right? Like Gotenks just like it's a game to him being the strongest, Super Saiyan 3. Gohan, he throws it away because of his ego. It's kind of more explained in Dragon Ball Super. And so Goku's like, fuck, dude, I guess I gotta fight Buu. The big problem is that people think it's more of like a degradation of Goku's character. I'm not going to get too into that. I'm not trying to be controversial a little bit about that. I'm just giving my opinion. I think that Goku's character changing is because, bro, let's be for real. He hasn't been living on Earth for 7 years. His perspective on reality is totally different after 7 years. His perspective on time is different. His connections are different. He has not been on Earth absorbing those earthling values the same as he has. So his character regression or his changes is more of a product of his environment for me. And I actually think it's good. And he fucks up trying to like be wise and passing on, because it's sort of the whole like ascended afterlife warrior thinking of the future, because like it's sort of like old people think of the future, young people think rash in the moment. So that's why Piccolo's like, oh, you matured. So I understand people don't like his character regression. You could like debate about I've debated about it before, yada yada yada. I like it. I like the whole like wise afterlife warrior. It's still fucking Goku, so he's still a fucking dumbass, you know what I mean? But he's trying to be a wise afterlife warrior, his afterlife values, what he learned there, the ascension. In the original series, it had aura. Everything it meant for the series was important. The form's sick, bro. Like, Super Saiyan 2 Goku just did not ever do that for me at all. Let's be honest. And I think the point of Super Saiyan 3 existing is also because Vegeta not getting Super Saiyan 2 would be weird. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just the next step. Toriyama and all of them are clearly making forms out of their ass. They just want to keep making forms after forms. It's probably the editor, to be honest. Like I said, you could write the whole series with just Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably the editors making him do that shit. I'm not even capping. That's why Toriyama probably forgot about it. Because, like, it wasn't really probably his idea to begin with. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I've debated about it a bunch. I understand why people don't like it. Me, personally, that's why I like it. I think it's cool. All right. What do I like? Oh, this one's hard. No, this next three kind of hard for me.
Go ahead and put 2 at the bottom, bro. Come on.
No. I like Super Saiyan 2 when I was growing up, because it was like Super Saiyan but just lightning-y. It was like cooler. I don't know.
But for Goku though, like...
I don't know. No, I don't. Am I gonna say Super Saiyan 2 Goku is just unnecessary? Like, it kind of fucking is, bro. Like, especially remember when the filler he used Kaioken with Mastered Super Saiyan? Like, bro,
yeah, that's
like,
cooler. That's cooler. That's
bro.
Cooler.
It's so pointless, low key. I don't fucking hell. Why did they make a filler where he could use Kaioken with it, bro? What were they thinking? Like,
they fucked up.
Dude, he uses Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue, which should be way harder, bro. Super Saiyan 2 is low key. Oh man.
Literally, the only reason Super Saiyan 2 even has like any positive connotations is
you guys are
Gohan.
no.
It's literally just because of Gohan.
They're indoctrinating me.
No one is like Super Saiyan 2 is the coolest Goku form. No one fucking says that.
No, they're indoctrinating me, bro. I'm being gaslit.
Okay. Gohan.
I need a breath of fresh air. This isn't reality. I'll be right back, bro. I need a breath.
Gohan SSA 2 is peak. The form itself is cool. Spikier, electricity, yep, that's all cool. But even Vegeta, people like Majin Vegeta, but he's only consequently SSA 2. It's not because of the form. It's just because he's like evil, basically. Like he's gone back to, he's regressed. Because Vegeta just looks like he's Super Saiyan 1, and they barely draw the lightning. But for 2, it's peak. Or for Gohan, rather, SSA 2 is peak. Goku, though, he just doesn't use it. He uses it one time, and it's a waste of time.
Look. I'm gonna be real with you, right? Once Goku unlocks Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 2 is pointless. Not only because of like the story and power wise, right? It's like obviously like, oh, Super Saiyan 2 wasn't enough to take care of Boo, but also like, think about it like in an RPG game or something or whatever the fuck, right? Or like in Halo or some first person shooter, whatever the fuck, right? Whatever you're playing, right? You have like this super good weapon, and then you have like this fucking like god weapon. Like, which one are you gonna use, bro?
Right.
Right. Like,
oh, okay, I'm back. I don't know if I got like gaslit or what, but I kind of agree with them, dude. Does anyone someone convince me otherwise? I don't want to agree with them, but I think I fucking am, dude. Does anyone have a good Super Saiyan 2 Goku take? Like, why?
There's no way, dude. There's no way.
Like, why it should be above the god forms? Is there any reason? Someone convinced me. Bro, I did not want to put Super Saiyan 2 at the bottom. Like, whenever Super Saiyan, like Goku, like, power up, he gets all lightning and shit. It's cool, but, like...
3's also got lightning, though. Like it's not even like a 2 exclusive.
Goku-
Okay,
thing.
hold on. Okay, hold on. This is like a side note, but
Goku didn't work for Super Saiyan God. Maybe, maybe.
this is like a side note, but like I think that like Super Saiyan 2 made it like more contentious and like debates about like if Gohan was really Super Saiyan 2 against Abura or fucking Broly, because the animators didn't give a fuck half the time. They're like, we're just gonna put lightning in.
It's,
We're not gonna
okay,
put
to be
lightning
fair,
in.
it's hard to animate lightning like that. Probably, it's hard to
But
animate.
they're like, we're just gonna put it whenever the fuck we feel like it.
It is hard to animate, to be fair. Like, it's even hard to kind of draw, like, because you have to like draw the character and then like kind of precog where the lightning is and draw the lightning over the lines. It's kind of difficult, to be fair. But Super Saiyan 3 is obviously better, but like, bro, there's no way Super Saiyan 2 is the bottom, though, guys. There's no way, dude. Tingly back. No, they did. They fucking ruined it. Like, dude, they ruined it. The tingly back, dude. No, you're right. They tingly back Super Saiyan 2, dude. You're right.
Literally.
Oh, no, dude.
Actually has connotations to like Buddhism and stuff, so that's why it's really
Oh,
important.
man.
Or something like that. I
Fuck,
think I remember
dude.
Keith talking about that sometime.
Oh, bro.
You're really struggling.
I don't want to put it at the bottom, dude. There's no way.
If it was a Gohan ranking, it'd be way higher, obviously.
Yeah,
but-
Super Saiyan 2 would probably like peak Gohan for him, honestly, but
Yeah. Super Saiyan 2 would definitely be higher.
but yeah, even for Vegeta, it's total dog shit, man. Like,
Yeah, I was saying while you were away, like
yeah.
people like Majin Vegeta, but it's not because he's in Super Saiyan 2. Like that has nothing to do with it.
God had one fight and lost. Okay, you guys, yes. Dude, Super Saiyan 2 is so pointless, bro. For Goku, it's so useless, dude. Imagine if Goku's like, nah, I never even bothered learning that shit because Kaioken is just better. Like, bro, you could have just said that. And everyone would have believed him. Because he already did it against Pikkon.
Bro, and what's better, bro? Like Super Saiyan 1 with like slightly different bangs and lightning, or like massive fucking red aura, like
punching the universe and shit. I don't. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna stall. I'm gonna put Super Saiyan Blue at 5. Okay, now I'm only putting Super Saiyan Blue there because of what actually happens. Like, it's clearly more important than God and 2 to the series for Goku, right? It's like his go-to form. I don't like, I'm going to say this. I am not a fan of what they did with it, though. I think Super Saiyan Blue should have been what was whipped out in Universe 6. I think Goku should have been like, I've been trying to combine God Ki with Super Saiyan forever. This is risky, but I'm going to do it. And then he should have whipped out Super Saiyan Blue versus Hit. It should have been how Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken was displayed. So instead of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, it was Super Saiyan Blue. And it should have been a way more rare. It should have been very rare. Like when Goku's pushing his absolute limits, gonna fuck his body up. That's when he goes Super Saiyan Blue. That's how it should have been used. Okay, it should have been used instead of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. And then maybe God as Kaioken instead. I don't know. And then imagine like Super Saiyan God versus Golden Frieza instead. I think it would have been better. But the way it is used in the series, Super Saiyan Blue is obviously just better than God and 2 just because of what it actually fucking does do. Obviously. I don't like the concepts of what's behind it. I actually like the concept of Super Saiyan God a lot more than Blue. Okay? I love the concept of like everyone has to come together, give Goku his power. I think it's narratively significant. I think it's good. But then Goku just gets bodied all the time using it. And then it just gets replaced immediately by Super Saiyan Blue, which is just better. And then you go Kaioken on Blue. It's like, bro, Super Saiyan God had so much potential. Like, Super Saiyan God should be, like, number 3 or 4. Because, like, it's sort of like, I'm gonna say something Chuck will like. It's sort of like the communism of Super Saiyan. Like, on paper, it's really good. On paper, it's really good. You know what I mean? But then in practice, it just didn't work out that way.
All right, Russia was literally under civil war, and the U.S. and the other countries were fucking interfering with it. So you can't even say that. Your example would be more like if Goku had cancer and some other shit, and then he was trying to use that form at the same time, like, and they were like, "Oh, why is it form so shit?" It's because he has fucking cancer, so he can't use his power correctly.
It's the communism of Super Saiyan.
Oh my fucking god! Dude.
And Super Saiyan Blue is like the capitalism of Super Saiyan. even in terms of colors, this is insane. I cooked right there. That was divinely ordained. That's crazy. I cooked with that one. The visualization is capitalism versus communism. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, Super Saiyan Red.
Capitalism has killed more people than communism. That's all I gotta say.
Anyway, I mean, yeah, he did almost blow up the universe. So, you know.
Yeah, scaling wise, it does kind of take things to the next level.
Super Saiyan God did almost kill everyone in the universe. Yeah, no, you're spitting. You're spitting. No, this is crazy. It's communism. It's communism. Anyway, I love America. Super Saiyan Blue is like the America form. You know what I mean? He even goes Kaioken on top of it.
Yep, red and blue.
Communism has never been the only.
You got that red, white, and blue thing going on.
Izana, you are cooking.
He even has like little white particles in the aura. Dude, it's literally the America form. I might put Super Saiyan Blue higher. I don't know. The fact he could put Kaioken on top of it, bro, like, I don't know. Is Super Saiyan Blue better than 3, y'all? I'll let you guys decide on that one. You think Super Saiyan Blue better than 3, or you think 3 is just like, stop playing around, Seth? Am I going Homelander mode right now?
All I gotta say is more people have died under capitalism.
Am I going Homelander mode right now?
I was gonna say capitalism produces more food, but they don't fucking give it to people. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Does Blue okay? Be for real though. Does Blue get a buff because it could use Kaioken?
Yeah, that's why I put it fucking higher than that shit. Blue has more practicality too. Yes.
I'm gonna say they're kind of interchangeable. I'm gonna say interchangeable. I'm gonna cop out. Fuck it. I'm gonna cop out. I'm gonna do that political move here. They're interchangeable for me. I think that they're all right. I think Super Saiyan Blue being red, white, and blue, America's fuck. I think that him being able to use Kaioken with the form, him being able to, dude, he also uses Ultra Instinct really well with the form. Super Saiyan Blue's kind of cool. It kind of has a lot of utility. I like it. Man, Super Saiyan God really is communism, bro. It was good at first too. It had healing factor at first, bro. Remember that? And then it just like fell off when we learned more. Bro, it's literally communism. It's crazy. That's crazy, bro. It's literally communism before. That's nuts. Anyway, boys. Now, this is the hard one for me. Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Super Saiyan God. Y'all were telling me put Super Saiyan 2 at the bottom. I don't know, bro.
It's dog shit, dude.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to put either of them at the bottom, dude.
What's better? Because these are really the only options. Is Goku versus Majin Vegeta better than Goku versus Beerus?
Wait, which one? The first time or the second time?
Yeah, but there's okay, that's not the only. Super Saiyan God also goes in against Kale and Caulifla, and it also goes in against Broly. Remember when he did like the God bind and shit? Like was fucking hitting him with the judo throw. That was pretty cool. He did like the fucking Rasengan and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
so you would say that is better than versus Majin Vegeta.
I want to say current Super Saiyan God is cooler than current Super Saiyan 2.
Yep.
But I mean, it is a stronger form, but I always liked Super Saiyan 2 growing up as well, but the movie carries. The movie does carry. Communism actually did work in ancient India. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Chuck, you got supporters.
I mean, God's like the the legendary olden form, right? Like it worked for some guy in the past, like Yamoshi.
I'm gonna get so much fucking hate for this, bro. I'm gonna get so much hate for this, dude. Super Saiyan 2 at the bottom.
No, I think that's pretty close.
I'm gonna get so much fucking... Bro, we all put it at the bottom, bro.
It's base, dude. Basic.
Dude, Chuck and I had a pretty similar list. I don't know. You guys, bro, why are you guys Ultra Instinct haters? What the fuck is this Ultra Instinct hate?
I think you could put.
Ultra
I never
Instinct
hated
is
the form.
peak,
I literally
bro.
talked good about it. I just think that to
Bro.
me, okay, like I guess you could say it's like some bias because like I like grew up with like the older shit, and like I mean I guess
Dude.
you might just have recency bias, but I think that for me, like I think those other forms have, like, more
Recency,
history.
it came out 6 years ago.
That's way more recent than fucking.
Bro, it's
Super
been
Saiyan 4
it's
3.
been over half a decade, yo. That shit's ancient.
Super Saiyan 4 came out in the 90s, dude. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You put Super Saiyan Blue above it. They came out similarly timed, like only 3 years apart.
Yeah,
think
but Super,
all-
but Super Saiyan Blue rides off of fucking Super Saiyan.
Bro,
so
Super
that's
Saiyan
what
Blue
got him
came
up
out
there.
10 years ago. I need to get off the internet already. Like, what the fuck?
fucking boomer.
We still don't have a multiplier for God after all this time.
Dude, okay, there was like a Chozenshu thing where they tried to, or where they put it in there, like, yeah, it's stronger than 3. That's all they'll ever say, bro. They're such bitches.
Great.
Like,
Very cool.
they imply Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than God in that fucking Chozenshu. They're like, Super Saiyan 4, the ultimate form, and then Super Saiyan God, stronger than 3.
Not bad.
yeah.
No, I think UI could go higher. I was kind of listing UI towards the end because that's just what was.
Bro,
listed,
you put it under Super Saiyan God.
Let me actually think.
You put it under God.
How high would I
he
put?
backtracking, bro.
How high would I put?
Look, y'all
UI?
gaslit me about Super Saiyan 2, bro. I'm gonna whip out my fucking. You remember
You
how they're.
might-
You know
yeah.
how I'm called Aizen, bro? I'm about to Kyoka you about this Ultra Instinct shit, bro. This
Yeah,
shit. Y'all are downplaying Ultra Instinct.
We'll trade. I'll say yeah. So you'll be like, yeah, this
Look,
Super Saiyan
look.
sucks,
At
but
most, I would put
UI
Ultra
is
Instinct
good.
above Blue, but he's not touching 3 and 4 in Super Saiyan. I'm just gonna be real with you. For me.
Bro,
Like, I'm
once
okay.
once
I'm okay if he's
UI,
Above Blue. That's about it.
if Granola and Moro get animated, I think UI would be a lot higher for me.
Bro, when Moro punches him in the chest and breaks his hand, like, you're not saying that's fucking raw. Like,
No, yeah, that is
bro,
raw.
who the
That is
fuck
raw.
else does that, man? Like,
That's
what?
mega raw.
He flexed his pack and broke the main villain's fucking hand. Like, bro. No, man. No one has like Ultra Instinct, bro. Nobody, man. Nobody. Whatever, bro. Anyway, that's the list. All right, we're leaving it at that. Fuck it. Fuck it.